So is your mix ready to be mastered? That's what I want to talk about in this video. I want to break down how to prepare your tracks to be mastered. And to define mastering, mastering is a process, really an art form, just like production where you're recording your tracks or mixing your tracks. Mastering is done in the final stage where you're making sure that your levels are the proper level, that all of the tracks are blending together, meaning different songs within one album. Also, they're going to be loud enough on different streaming platforms, and also just to make sure that the original mix is really enhanced and can sound as good as it possibly can. So I want to break down in this video how to do that. Let's jump right in. So hopefully in this process, you've already spent quite a bit of time getting some really good sounds in your recording, and then mixing, adding different effects, and then testing it out on different speakers, making sure all your levels are correct. It sounds really good. Maybe you can even give it to a few trusted friends, see what they think of the mix, and you're finally ready to master it and hand it off. Now usually with mastering, you're going to be either doing it yourself or you can be sending it off to a mastering engineer. Either way, you want to make sure that you have these steps together. Step one is to make sure that you don't have anything on the master fader, so any limiting or compression on there. So I have Studio One open up here, and over here is the master fader, and I have disabled the limiter, okay, which I usually put on when I'm just mixing and making sure that it's loud enough. But really the limiting and the compression on the master fader is the job of the mixing engineer to make sure that the levels are loud enough. So you don't want to really do his or her job. So you want to disable that. The second step is when you're exporting your tracks, okay, is that you want to make sure that your resolution and sample rate, okay, are the highest that they could be. So I like to record 24-bit, 48 kilohertz, and I'm leaving that at this for the exporting of the mix down. The final step is, for the mastering engineer, they can export it at 16-bit, but you don't want to do it beforehand. And what I have opened here is an example of 3 songs that are going to be on an EP that I'm releasing soon, one of which has been mastered. You can see, well, take a guess, which one do you think is mastered, which 2 are not? So you can tell just by the waveform which has been mastered and which is not. So the top track has been mastered. You can see that there's a lot bigger of a waveform, and let me just see if you can see the whole track there. The bottom 2 have not been. Okay, so these 2, and I'll let you hear it in a second, just to hear the difference. And this one track is a little bit louder than this track, but still there's a lot of room for the mastering engineer to work with to bring up these levels, to about negative 1 dB, somewhere around there. So let's just hear the difference. So here's the quietest track. We'll solo that out. Okay, so that's unmastered. Here is a mastered track. There's only one thing I know to do. So you can really hear the difference in the volume and just the tonality of the song. Here's a chorus. You are the way. It's what you say. So quite a bit different. Here is the second track you can hear. There's no denying the love that captured me. And again, just to compare that, I turn to you. It's amazing. So much bigger and fuller. So mastering just can really enhance your song, really take it to the next level. I hope this video helps. Please download my free guide, which is how to record pro music from your home studio. It's a simple 6-page PDF with outlining the process of how to do that. You can visit millermusic.co or just click the link in the description for the download. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.